Friday the 10th. We are back to legs or lower body. So we have single leg deadlift, squat jacks, calf raises, weighted stationary laterals, and then we have our suitcase crunches. So single leg deadlift. Or you can hold on to something, okay? Squat jack. In and out is one. Calf raises, I'm not gonna drag my thing over there, but you guys know what the calf raise is. And weighted stationary laterals. So this is where you stay in place. Oh, that is tight. That hurts. Okay. Oh, and then suitcase crunch. Okay. So single leg deadlift. So this one is a little tricky because it requires balance. So definitely either bring your chair, do it like near a wall, something where, like even I still sometimes have days where it's just not happening and I have to hold on. So what you're doing is you're doing a deadlift on one leg. So what does that mean? So you're gonna hold, so say I'm holding on to the chair. I'm gonna do my left leg. So I'm holding the weight in my right hand, okay? So I'm on my leg, and what I'm doing when I do this is I'm tilting forward, and then at the same time, bending my knee a little bit and kind of reaching down toward my toe. You're gonna feel it pull in this leg. The leg that you're standing on, that hamstring is gonna pull, and then you're gonna stand back up, okay? So it looks like this. I'll show you from the side as well. So notice that, like I said, I am bending my knee, but I'm not like coming down like that, okay? So I'm kind of tilting my body first, then I'm bending a little bit, get that pull. Notice how my back is straight, I'm not hunched, my back is straight, and I come back up. 1, tilt, bend, 2, 3. So when I go down, my weight comes to about here. So I'm not trying to touch my toe. I'm not letting my shoulder drop, and I'm not dragging my back down. I'm not rounding my back. I'm keeping it straight. I'm just reaching to where I feel that pull. That feels like a good, not height, but you know what I mean. Good spot, come back up, okay? So again, it does require balance. It can be a little bit tricky, but if you hold on and you go slow, it shouldn't be that bad. If you are really struggling, drop the weight and just do it like this with nothing. You're still gonna feel it, okay? So if you really need to, kind of practice there. Tilt, slight bend, up. Tilt, slight bend, up, okay? Calf raise it, oh no, just kidding. Squat jacks, in and out equals 1. So this is kind of like a jumping squat, but you stay low, okay? So you go out into a wider squat, into a narrow squat, 1, out, in, 2, out, in, 3. If you can't do that because of like the jumping purpose, get low, step out, out, 1, out, out, 2, out, out, 3, okay? Calf raises. So I am gonna drag my camera over because if you guys are new and you have not seen it, I want to show you the proper way. So I always recommend doing calf raises on stairs. I know not everybody has stairs. Not everybody has stairs in their workout area. I do. So ideally, you would use stairs because it's gonna give you the widest range of motion. If you're just standing on the floor doing them, it's gonna give you the least range of motion, okay? So, I'm on my stair. I have a good stance. I'm gonna go up on my tiptoes, right? I'm using my calves, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of a hold. When I drop down, my heels drop below the stair. So see how my toes are up in the air? That's what I mean when I say greatest range of motion. Up, hold, stretch. Up, hold, stretch. Up, hold, stretch. Up, hold, stretch, okay? So if that's not possible for you, that's okay. But ideally, you would do it on stairs because again, you want to get that wide range of motion and you want to get that stretch. So the range of motion that I'm talking about comes through your heels. So your heel, if you're on a flat surface, is going to stop at the flat surface. If you're on a staircase where you can hang off, your heel's going to be able to drop below the flat plane. So that's what I'm talking about if you're still not sure what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, calf raise and weighted stationary laterals. So this is another kind of lunge, except you're lunging from side to side, okay? So if it's stationary, and again, you can do this with or without weight. When I have weight, I like to hold it like this, the long way. You're gonna get a wide stance, and you're just gonna shift your weight from side to side. So when you do your lateral lunge and you think, okay, go to the right, I don't want you to actually think that you're going to the right, because you might do this and see how I'm like my knee is like turning like that. You don't really want that to happen, okay? And you don't want to actually turn your foot and lunge to the right. So I like to think of it as sinking back to the right, sinking back to the left, not go to the right, go to the left. So what I mean by that is when you go to the right, you're gonna sink your butt backward into a pretend pocket back here. So see how my knee stayed? It didn't go out like this. It's here because my butt sank back. I didn't think about going to the right, okay? So your butt sinks into this pocket. All the weight is on this leg, your butt. This one's kind of free. Up. Opposite side, sink to the left pocket. Again, all of your weight should be on this leg. Up, watch my knees. They're not doing anything funky. They're not turning. My toes are not turning. I'm just shifting my weight, and I'm shifting like I like to think in that pocket. Sink diagonal back with your butt. Diagonal back, not to the side, not to the side. It's back. It's a sinking motion. It's not sideways, sideways. It's down and back, okay? So watch the difference. If I'm thinking about going to the right and left and I'm trying to go to the side, it's a very shallow squat, right? I'm still way up here. My butt, it's hard to tell because I'm wearing dark and the wall is dark, but my butt's all the way up here. When I go down and back, look how low my butt is, okay? Look at my knee, to the side, down and back, okay? So I get much more of a bend in my knee, my butt drops lower. So that one can be a little bit tricky if you've never done it, but I would suggest practice it, don't use any weight, and then as you get better with that sinking motion, then you can add weight, okay? So those are your rounds, and then you're going to do suitcase crunches. So you're gonna pick whatever number it is, say pick 60, you're gonna do 60 on your right, 60 on your left, okay? So this one, you hold a weight like you'd hold a suitcase at your side. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're stronger, you might want to hold a heavier weight, but it's not a big deal. So you're going to get a nice wide stance. I always put my hand on my hip, but you don't have to. And you're just going to basically tip yourself over to the side until you can't and stand up, okay? So you're not, again, doing any extra, like, you're not like bending your knee, you're not like reaching with your arm out somewhere. You're just gonna let it stay, on your side. I ate right before I did this, which was like the worst decision ever, but I didn't have a choice. You're just gonna let it sink down your leg, up, sink down, up, okay? So you're gonna be pulling this side. So this side is like crunching, this side is pulling, okay? And when I do these, I always, like the next day or whenever I get sore from it, I always feel it right here. So I never really necessarily feel it too much in my side. I always feel it in like almost toward my lower back. So if you're feeling that, it is normal. That's usually where I feel it. But yeah, and again, like if you're really, really new and that's just really difficult, you can just do it with no weight. I would just kind of like reach, kind of like touch your knee up, and then the same thing on the other side. That's fine too. You just might want to do more just because you don't have the weight. So, all right, that's week 1.